We're actually sentient robots sent here to give emotional support. We're like the Doctor Who Daleks.
You've said that to me, and my brain immediately dumped all three-syllable words.
I that is one series I want to get into Doctor Who, but I don't get it. Like I feel like I would like that kind of series. It's a time traveling doctor who like a multiverse time traveling doctor who does cool things and he has gadgets and he's British. Those are pretty good signs for a good show.
I mean, that sounds like me on a bad day.
So to my understanding, that when you have a bad day, you just become a time traveling doctor who's British.
Yes, I wake up in Taiwan. I have a slightly British accent, and there's for some reason a screwdriver that doesn't work beside me.
That sounds like the plot of the next Hangover. Well, that would be a good idea. A hangover with aliens or something like that, like the aliens of Glarpnot.
We can't use Glarpnot anymore. They copyrighted themselves.
No, we have to use the aliens from Planet Gluthox.
Ah, yes, of course. How rude of me.
I mean, at least the aliens from Planet Gluthox understand what a traffic jam is.
And they bake really good pies.
Yes. When somebody served me a snozzberry pie the other day, I was very confused.
Granny Gluthox approves of this message.
Just don't ask what Granny's secret ingredient is.
Oh dear.
To be honest with you, when I was most of that section of commercials I made that like I was sick and I was just like, we need some new commercials. I gotta come up with some ideas. So I just sat down and typed out like, what would be really dumb? Just a granny who makes pies out of people. What's that?
Isn't that the plot of Sweeney Todd?
Yeah, maybe. That's another. I haven't seen that movie, and that's a play. It's one of them fancy moving pictures without the moving pictures.
It's a play with words, as opposed to a play on words.
Was Sweeney Todd a book? I thought it was just a theater play.
All I know is they make excellent use of Soylent Green.
It was probably a play that turned into a book and then turned into a movie.
Back on the Soylent Green again.
I have to call back to it 3 times at some point.
We know it's a good chat when Soylent Green is brought into the conversation. I think Keith is hungry.
I mean, I've had worse.
Hey, so one opinion is Soylent. We're talking about Soylent Green. You joined into the right time. Your thoughts, opinions? Do you have a personal
taste
taste
for
for it?
vampire what they think of Soylent Green.
Soylent Green? In what context?
Well, I mean, I suppose then, why is it called Soylent Green? Like, why is it green?
Because green is a more palatable color.
But it's not a creative color.
Whoa! You're calling green not a creative color? Green? It's like the color it's green. The most creative color.
Green is not a creative
color.
I'm
the least creative person in here, and I'm wearing a green shirt.
Bob is just hateful against the color green. It's okay.
Fuck green and fuck that bitch.
It's okay. Oh hey, look, green smoke right there, Bob.
Every time.
I will let Miss Green know that you have interest in her.
No, the one thing that you need to know about Wand is she will make you fear the color green.
It's okay.
It's my favorite color, man. I love forest green. It's my favorite color to put on the ground, on the shelf.
Oh, good. You should go to Tamaroth, and then you will learn to fear the color green.
I have two.
like-
Oh, hey, look, a
bottle
magic
green
trick.
shirts.
I love it when he pulls the mask out of his face.
I mean, it's Raphael. The man is a magic trick.
This is an Arc Battle Royale in the Elimination Chamber.
Oh dear.
It is the closing arc of the show.
The 3 ARC members and a can of Rockstar.
So, like, do they have like a B rank people of the ARC team? Because then we can call them Bark.
The
I
Arc
mean,
B team?
They do have an Arc B team. I only know this because Uth was on it.
Yeah, it's the people. It's the people that's a part of ARC but didn't get the right to get a fucking uniform.
Yeah, that's why they're called Team Bark.
Which I believe was only Lamime and Uth by the end of it.
Yeah. Team Bark and Team Bite.
But they had to skip D and go to. They had to skip C and go straight to D. Team Dark.
I am happy that
I mean-
ARC eventually got to use their Megazord.
Oh yeah, no, 100%. I'm glad I got to
So-
help them use their Megazord.
So, how many artificers will it take to make a Megazord in this season?
0 because we're not going that tech level.
Oh, that actually, I should ask you. So, what's the ruling on guns? Like, is that an in-game question I need to find out for myself, or is like, can I ask that?
You can find out. It is going to be at the very least very rare and hard to get.
Cool. I'm gonna have to figure out how to construct
You're not
one.
finding that in a starting time.
It would, it
Yeah,
would be
not
easier
finding
to
it
be
starting
your own
time.
gun.
I mean, with enough favors and contracts, I probably could make some.
Guns do exist in the world, but the farthest that we're going in terms of technology is Magitech. Like early
Oh, good, my
Industrial
Rudy
Revolution.
Tooty. I'll get my Rudy Tooty point and shooties to shoot magic. I'll be so happy.
Here's a joke.
I mean, I was
Yeah.
sitting there the other day figuring out how to use Magic Stone to make a gun.
The easy answer to that is the balance god says no.
The balance god is. I'm already a flying bird with guns. Or flying bird with crossbows. I should not be allowed guns.
Oh, I mean, I'm saying this as someone who regularly play a fighter, gunslinger with cleric levels in another game. It is very strong, but you will fucked up very quickly.
Oh yeah. No, I'm still have probably some of the worst constitution on my character. If I'm going down, it's gonna be from one shot. I'm gonna get shot for 10 damage and flop to the ground.
All we need is one good net, and you are on the ground.
No. I'm banning nets. I'm banning nets from encounters. I'm gonna go like, you got a net? You're not allowed to fight me. I'm going away.
Promise. You're effectively in the territory of a trapper who specializes in nets and ropes.
I'm
KK.
taking my dash action flying 100 feet away. Good luck.
Hold person.
I mean, either hold person or the fact that Blizzard also has a dash action as a bonus action, and will
Bob,
be able to fly.
Bob, before I solidify, I will put my feathers into a middle finger as I fall.
I am seeing really weird descriptions for hold person on that note, and some of them get wild. Doesn't change the spell at all. It's just a fun description, as opposed to just you seize up like a statue.
I like the idea. It's like sleep paralysis.
And it's like imagine like your leg falling asleep while you're just walking around. It's like that, but your whole body.
Well, funny you say sleep paralysis because, hey Croc, How did you enjoy your encounter with the sleep paralysis gnome?
Oh,
I still need to throw rocks at the sleep paralysis gnomes.
So believe it or
That sounds
not,
like a good time.
they are so they're called Alps, A-L-P. They are from Germanic folklore, and they are basically the what eventually became sleep paralysis demons. Like, they would be little goblinish, gnomish creatures with these white hats that would sit on your chest as you're trying to sleep.
why the chest? Like, if you're gonna sit on somebody, I mean, I guess the chest for that, but like, if you're trying to like harm somebody, you gotta sit like on a leg so they can't get away or something.
So the chest, one, compresses it, makes it difficult to breathe, and two, it's above the center of gravity of most people, which means they can't do anything to get up.
You know what? You're right. When
Which
you're
makes,
right, you're right.
Which makes you unable to breathe, unable to move.
Thank you, L Robot, for giving a tier 1 gift sub to Alps.
And then they proceed to slap the shit out of you.
Yes. Truly the what I what I would do is a sleep paralysis deal. Just like you're a sleep paralysis demon, you're face to face with your enemy, they open their eyes, they can't move. You slowly put your finger on their forehead.
All right. Need
So-
10 chocolate bars.
Thing about the European Alps, they're also hard to get past with elephants.
Mm-hmm. I have hit like 3 or 4 parties with these little bastards. And everybody, I'm turning the Maelstrom's love of rams and goats against them because I always approach as a goat with a big, cute, floppy white hat.
That is a terrible thing to do to the lizard who will actively eat the goat.
You're like
You
you're
know
like
it's
the
Also double
sorry, go ahead.
fucked. It's double fucked too. When if Bob fucking tells me about some fuckery he's made for y'all, and then he immediately deploys it like an hour after, it's fucked up. That's all you
Bob's
gotta
his
know.
own anti-spoiler squad.
Look, I like Bob's like chaos in the like all the personally from the 2 DMs I've had, I like all the chaos that has ensued. Like, I'll put it this way: I was playing a good guy, and I accidentally made a world event happen in Sanctuary by unleashing a bunch of fairy dragons. Not my fault.
Oh, it was going to happen one way or another. That was just part of the storyline. Also, El Robot, thank you for getting a tier 1 sub to Chicken Priest.
See,
Travis,
that was from Oh, go ahead.
Travis, I know the origin of Rumpy. As much as we joke and call him a good guy, he was on a hair trigger to begin with.
He was, but I got him out.
And him gone.
Oh, he was on a hair trigger. I didn't get to warn him about the people for the Soylent Green. They're currently in Vancouver.
David the sleep paralysis gnome, I'm gonna slap your shit.
Don't do that, that's messy.
Of course Zator has no problems with them. He buggered the fuck off before he even got close. I mean, Thorn and Croquet was having issues with one when you were robbing the fuck out of Barnes.
Oh yes, Barnes the Tased.
Man, no matter where he is, his life is pain.
Oh, that poor man.
He's been in 3 campaigns so far, and he's died in 2 of them.
He's kind of doing better in this one.
For now.
He ain't dead yet.
He was killed by a necromancer in the first he was killed by a necromancer in the first game. In the second game, he was killed by a drow. And eventually put into a massive amalgamation of 1,000 souls.
Sometimes I hear that an amalgamation of 1,000 souls is occasionally called a noble. So in that case, we would have had a Barnes and Noble.
Well, this one was called the Birchwood because that was their town. It was a bitch to fight.
And we have blood.
It legitimately freaked Taka the fuck out because it could spawn ads and it would try to absorb people.
Yeah, I can see it. I do like me some horror and high intrigue campaigns, so.
Two eliminations so far. Ah yes, Arc Blaze. Hashtag strongest human there is. As decreed by the two strongest members of Xeris.
Raphael going after his son. Jinji going after the money.
And I hate when JC fights himself. Damn, that's two submission holds that Jinji has gotten out of. Look at him go.
The boy does not stop until he's done. I feel like that was a redundant sentence.
Oh, Robot, you absolutely do, because right now we're on hiatus until 2024. And now's a good time to catch up on the ties that bind, because shit's about to go down.
Thank you, Bob. I just updated my current mental calendar, and apparently I was 3 months behind.
Oh?
Yeah. 2024, oh, that's like 4 months and 2 weeks away.
If anybody knows how to survive a sub, it's Jinji. That sounds so wrong if you look at it from the wrong way.
I mean, I would love to know why Jinji knows how to survive a U-boat.
One of my favorite parts of Maelstrom Season 1 was when A.R.C took on the Power Rangers. I wish I still had the footage of that, but Grizzly had to delete a lot of those old matches for space. Oh, dude!
Did everyone come out to different Power Rangers themes?
A.R.C has a version of a Power Ranger theme, yes. Oh, Robot, you are way far behind. Did D&D one shot with an shot a goblin with an arrow. Played a half-elf fighter. Goblin flew back, but the hat that the goblin was wearing stayed floating in the air for a second. With the most Looney Tunes shit ever. Nice.
We won't get into the last session that I ran in D&D. Everybody fell into the Thames.
And it would appear that Arc Thero has shown why he is the leader of Arc. Him and his Rockstar can looking ass.
I mean, hey, it's a good pattern. No one's gonna stop him if he uses it.
And to be fair, he bought the rights to it.
I wonder how he's going to celebrate. He's probably going to buy another forklift pallet of Yu-Gi-Oh cards from the local hobby stores. Man,
Hey, somebody
Around
has
this
to keep
time
them
of
in
year?
business.
the hobby stores make bank off of him. I will tell you that right now. Unless he buys them wholesale
Yeah,
from
sure.
the distributor.
It just calls up Konami directly and goes, hey, I need these.
He did, in fact, beat the Baja Blast. Yes.